No! Please don't go!
Why are you dressed up like that? I've seen some sick perversions in my time, but this one might take the prize.
No, wait, please.
Has compression. And it kind of feels like it might have some compression still. The next thing I want to do is get it on a nice flat surface and check the oil. If there's oil in it, most likely the engine is still good. That's my determination process for that. We're on fairly level ground. Wipe off the okay. So there's your clean dipstick, and let's go ahead and dunk it in here. And you can see it's towards the, try to get a better camera view here. So there's not much oil in it. Let's test it again. Make sure to go all the way down. Yeah, definitely low on oil, but you know what? This is a Briggs & Stratton engine, and they are tough as nails. So I think this engine's still going to be good. So I guess at this point what we need to do is focus on getting a pull start handle back on it. That looks like this is the old one. Alright, let's get into it. Looks like we usually need a screwdriver to take this off, but it looks like this one just kind of pops off. Grab a screwdriver to get down in there. Yes, this is going to be a full rebuild, folks. I'm going to probably have to go through everything on this lawnmower. Or at least I like to, so I know everything's good. Looks like someone else has been in here because there is supposed to be bolts here to hold it down. Hopefully they didn't screw it up. I still think we can rebuild it. I'm just going to start taking stuff off here and get a better view of the engine. Don't lose any of these parts. Carburetor. It's pretty damn dirty. So once I get this stripped down a little bit like this, I'm probably going to clean it. I'm going to hose it down. I don't care about water getting in everywhere because I'm going to rebuild this whole engine anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some soap and water and splash it over this thing and clean it up so it looks better for us to work on. All soaped up. I'm going to let it sit for a while before I blast it off. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to need you. Ernest keeps saying I can't rebuild this lawnmower. Look at Ernest, it's already. One thing's for sure. This blade is done. You got big chunks of metal coming off here. I don't know if that's coming off the deck or the blade. The blade is on upside down, as I said. I don't think I'm going to reuse this deck, but I do want to see if this engine's good, so I'm just going to try and get it going. Once I get the engine going, I'm going to take it off this piece of crap on here, use it on a better one. Take that, Ernest. To get to the starter rope, we do have to take off the gas tank and the engine cover. You need a 5/16 socket, and I believe a 3/8 socket to do that. 3 bolts here, 1, 2, 3. You do have another gas tank mounting bolt over on this side, and that's the 3/8. But usually you don't have to loosen it up to get the gas tank just to fold back like that. And now we want to take off the oil spout, or at least loosen it. That's another 5/16. Lift up this spout just a little bit, and then you can swing it backwards, push it back in. You can see there's a little hole and 2 in back here. Hoping you can see that here. Right down behind the oil spout.
What's today? It's crazy how Brooke they get used to these off on Fridays and Thursdays and shit. She act like she just going to work and don't want to let them stay home and keep Gia. That's what he's saying.
And it looks like there's 2 in front as well.
Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Not quite sure what's going on with this bolt here. Looks like that's a 7/16. Can grab that. Maybe it was stripped out at one time. So the guy went with Alright, 7/16. It looks like someone had worked on this engine before, which is usually a little scary for a mechanic that knows what they're doing. Hopefully whoever worked on it didn't destroy too much stuff. So at this point, this whole engine cover will lift right off of here. Sometimes you have to shimmy it a little bit, but there you go. And there's the starter. Where the starter rope goes, looks like everything's still good in there. We just need a new rope. I'll show you guys how to do that. So you can tell it's still functioning correctly. It rewinds and snaps back. So, and both of the, see these little dogs that come out here? So you know that's good. So I think this component is good. I'm going to go ahead and spray a lot of lubricant down in there where the spring is and down in here. And let's see about replacing this. You can see that's where the rope is right there. I'm going to grab some pliers and pull that sucker out. So here's how to rewind your starter or your pull start. You can see the spring's still working. The little dogs are still coming out. These little white pieces here. I've already pulled out what was left of the spring. But now we need to wind this. And I think I usually wind it about 7 times. So I just use this point here and turn it 7 times, and when I get it tight, I'll stick a screwdriver down through it to hold it in place. So let's see here. We got be kind of hard sometimes. And there's 1 turn. 2. 2
I'm gonna
turns.
see I can spin the wheel, boy.
Spin the wheel, boy.
I can spin a wheel right now.
What?
That's 3. 4. Looks like at about 4, this one's getting pretty tight. It seems like normally I do it 7 times, 6 or 7 times, but since 4 is tight, I'm going to put the
Spin
screwdriver in
tomorrow.
place,
I can spin tomorrow. See, look.
lock it in position, and now we have to run the string through.
Tomorrow, boy.
So I have about 7 feet of
spin it,
rope
boy.
that you need. And
Mom,
you
I'm
want
gonna
to
pee on that
make sure
tongue. Boy, stop
you
playing
cauterize
my
the
remote
ends.
now.
And what I do is I cauterize about a 1/4 inch of the end, and then, ouch, careful.
No,
So
you're
I have kind
not.
of a hard tip now,
No, you're
which I
not.
can
You're gonna go to
thread
sleep
through.
anyway.
So, the best ways to do this that I've found is to find your outside hole right there, and then you line up this part right here, which is where the rope pulls through. You line it up with that, the outside hole,
Sam.
and then you thread it through and hope for a miracle. Let's see. Try to do this while change the camera
Walk
view here.
Sam. Walk.
Okay, there we go. So, up here is where I need to come in through, and this little, alright, be careful not to let loose of it.
Alright, another little.
So, I think they're about lined up. Some people come in through this, through the pulley, but I come in through this way. And it seems to work pretty good, because if you get it lined up perfect, whoop. See that? It'll come poking out that hole just like that.
I'm gonna go back like Tupac. I'm gonna go back like Tupac.
There's an alligator. Hello, Mr. Alligator. Mr. Alligator is dead.
Tie a knot. You can put this back in place.
I'm skinning it.
You always have to hold tension on that spring, unless you have a screwdriver jammed down through there. Well, that was not good. The dogs knocked over my camera.
Yay.
Luckily,
I
I
killed
think we're
Mr.
still intact here.
Alligator
Everything seems to be
with
working.
my pistol.
I did notice that it wasn't wound up enough, and for some reason now I can wind it more than the 4 times. I did spray some lube down in there, and that might have loosened up that spring. So anyways, once you're at this state, if you do need to wind it more, you can pull this cord through here, and now if you wind it, it'll work out. You see what I mean here. Keep this cord
Hey,
long,
thought you were gonna get away, boy?
and there's one extra wrap. I think we could probably go for more. So we'll pull it all the way out. Lock it in place. Put a piece out here. Make sure not to let that thing go flying. Alright, there you go. You wind it. I'm going to try to get 2 more winds out of it. Yep. So, that ends up being like 6 or 7 winds on this thing, which is
I don't know.
normally
It got
how I do it.
stuck.
I'm not sure why it wouldn't allow me to do that the first time. The spring must have been bound up in there
I
or
can't even
something.
kill you.
But don't let go of this rope because it'll suck it all the way in now. So you want to make sure to get yourself a handle on this end now. I think we're good. Let's test this thing out.
What the shotgun? I'm
Yep.
shooting like a red shotgun.
And I'm going to reuse this. Basically what you do is you just stick a screwdriver, try and pry this metal piece out. Careful.
What you gonna do with
There
him?
we go. And that's what you got here, and
What's up,
what you
bro?
got there.
What's up,
You put the rope up through here,
bro? Get that out of here.
through the hole there, tie it,
Boy, I'm
Get your
about to feed.
hat.
put things back in, and you're good to go.
I'm about to feed this boy to some
So
alligator.
while I'm at this stage, I think
Hey,
it would be a
Mr.
good idea to
Alligator.
gap the coil.
Oh,
It's
that's
easy
a
enough.
Mr.
All you need is a
Snakey.
1/4-inch socket and a set of feeler gauges, more specifically a size 12
Oh,
feeler gauge. What you want to do is basically the gap is between the coil here and the magnets on the flywheel, and these are the magnets, so you'll want to rotate the flywheel so you get to there, and it looks like this side is pretty well the 12 slides in
the alligator.
and out with a little bit of resistance, so that side set pretty good. This side I think is a little tight because I can barely get that 12 in there. You know, it might just be rust. Let me
Sometimes
see.
you don't go to sleep and at night
Yeah,
he
you
wake
know,
up in the
I
morning.
think that one's set pretty good too. That's my
He's
12.
an early bird.
And it's sliding in and out with slight resistance. So I think that's good, but I think there is rust in there.
Gonna leave him right
Try
there
to
for
clean
the
up a little bit.
Morning.
Couldn't hurt anyways. So yeah, if you had to gap the coil, you'd loosen up these two nuts, these two screws, and basically just set each side at 12. And when you retighten, be very careful. These are very easy to strip out. They're 1/4-inch, really soft metal screws, so be careful. So we have the starter cover done.
No, all those.
We have the coil
I gotta
gapped.
see what those things are.
And we do feel like we have compression here.
What? Oh
I think it might be
Are those
time to
total?
take off the fuel
No,
tank,
that's
clean
an
it out, and empty it out, and then start take a look at what the inside of the
Come on,
carburetor
turn
is.
that Xbox on right there.
These fuel lines are pretty
Spin that
gross,
wheel.
so I'm sure I'll have to replace those.
It's free now. Download it up.
There you
It's
go.
free now.
And then a 3/8, like I was saying
It's
earlier, in
free.
the back here of the gas tank to get the gas tank off. And that nut's located right there. Bolt. And there is a spacer, a plastic spacer in behind, so you don't want to lose track of that.
Yeah, you don't want to use track of that.
So a very, very important part of small engine repair is to make sure the fuel system is clean. Fuel tank, fuel lines, and carburetor. So I'm going to start by filling this tank up with soap and water, swishing it around, making sure it's completely clean, and then
That boy's
most
outside playing.
importantly, completely dry before I reinstall. And I'm going to go ahead and replace the fuel lines too. They were looking pretty, or the fuel line looking pretty deteriorated. Next we'll get into the car.
Salt bait. I got a total.
Voila. Uh-huh. Green game for life, huh? Green game for life, huh? Green game for life. Yup, now talk about some green game for life. Alright,
Oh, hold up. Those are pistol over
Need
here.
my Gucci shoes. Second your bite on me. You show me your booty.
Oh! No! Glenn, look at this sword I just got.
What kind of sword?
It's like,
That might not be no good one.
look at this.
You can't kill nobody with that.
Yeah, I can. I killed some turtles over here.
Turtle?
Yeah, we're gonna kill some more stuff.
Boy, you on air, don't do that. People gonna think you a watch guard, man. A bad person.
Oh, it's turtles. I should have got it.
Got me Gucci shoes.
I like her because she wears Skechers.
Then
I like
light the
them
fun.
I like the way I said.
Yeah.
That dude got to be A-Rod.
I'm about to do that casino heist. I'm about to do that casino heist.
No way. For real?
Yeah. I'm not doing that casino heist. Yes, I'm here. You give me some
You
more
ready to
money?
run around in here, man? You ready to run around in here, sucker? In this motherfucker.
Ah.
Get your
What you
controls up.
looking at? Boy, you about to get slapped.
Your
Pop,
controls
pop,
up
pop,
down
pop,
there.
pop, pop, pop.
Right there.
That boy got killed in
I
the
picked it up.
Top ball, boy. That boy got killed. Black.
I got to be very, very quiet. I'm hurting balls.
Where did I put it on? Two?
Put it on 3, boy. And get it rocking. Slide on.
Get it rocking. I put up in a sliding. I did put Get it rocking.
Right there. 3 right there.
Boom.
Daddy, you need to do this right here. Cause you can dress up like a like them.
I already
Dang,
did that.
you already did that one. But it's another. He had to do that first one, and then he had to.
That's another one right now?
Yeah, that's the second. No.
That's the second one?
No, that's you did before. No, that's not the second one. That's not the casino heist like the one that you go in the casino. Oh, it's the.
Somebody had me on a nice heist one time. Wasn't it the casino heist?
No,
Yeah, it was.
it was then.
I think I went through the penthouse or something.
Yeah, it's if you buy a penthouse, you get do heist for the casino.
Yeah, that's what I want. Huh? That's because you gotta check your cords and stuff. You gotta check everything. You gotta make sure everything's plugged up.
What's over
You
here,
gotta make
buddy?
sure- Just like getting them fillers and stuff. And watch out.
Me and this girl ready. Blood up. Soprano. 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 What's up?
I'm trying to make your pathway, man. I'm
This
trying to
boy
make
making me 20. Five, 65.
trying to crush the Cheetos. We might not get no more of them so here. I don't think you eat them shit no more.
Thank you. Racing. You wanna go on that couch?
Yeah, but we're gonna need all these couches in here. Big and different.
Oh,
Slide these couches down.
yo, the alligator ate me.
Let's go.
Sit on that side. I think you sit on that side, yeah?
Sit right there.
DJ,
I
now.
told you to sit over there so the air can go out.